Hey guys, it's Ryan, living in Ecuador and sharing this beautiful country with you. I am out in the streets again. I am going for an amazing dish today. Pretty excited about it. It's the Lent dish of Ecuador. Can't say I know much about Lent. I know it's a religious holiday leading up to Easter. I think people do things like put ash on their head. They eat pancakes maybe? Is that Pancake Tuesday? On a Tuesday they eat pancakes? Some people actually don't eat, which I don't recommend. Most of Ecuador does the opposite. They eat a special dish, it's called Fanesca, and it's a pretty wacky stew, lots of ingredients. It looks super delicious. I hope it's super delicious. We're about to find out. We're gonna cruise the streets, look for a place to go. I know there's a few restaurants around here that serve it. Everybody's got their signs up because it's that time of year again. It's time for Fanesca.
Fanesca. People like this. Y'all don't know people like this. Y'all don't know people like this. Y'all don't know people like this.
Well, here we have it. This is Fanesca.
Fanesca.
I'm at a restaurant here. It's called Tradición, something Tradición maybe. But it is it serves up traditional Ecuadorian food. This is one of the most traditional you can get, so I thought this was a good place to come try it. It's a classy place. The waiters have ties, bow ties, and vests. So hopefully it's not too expensive. I didn't really think about that. I didn't even look at the menu. Just walked in and said Fanesca.
Fanesca.
Well, this dish is very much a Lent dish in Ecuador. It's a traditional Catholic dish. A lot of these dishes originated before Catholicism came along, and they were kind of adapted to fit Catholicism when the Spanish came and brought that. A lot of people believe that this dish was created to thank Pachamama, who is like Mother Nature, Mother Earth, thank her for the harvest that came in at this time of year. Because it's springtime. Springtime? It's not springtime, it's fall. Is it fall? Then when the Spanish came and Christianized everything, they took this dish and made it into something that represents Jesus and his crew. I'm gonna break it all down, but let me try this first. I'm dying to eat some of this. I've never had it before. It's very hearty, it looks delicious. Here we go. I mean, well, that was a hunk of banana. Kind of hit me hard. It was a hunk of banana. The stew itself, like the broth, I guess you'd call it, it's so thick. It's really good. It's rich. I think it's got peanut in it, which is typical. Yeah. So many beans in this. It's packed with all kinds of beans. I want a piece of this blob here, which I believe is a fried pastry. With cheese in it. Oh, cheesy. A lot of funk in this actually. And they gave me a little extra funk. This is dried fish. I can smell it. It's really funky. I'll sprinkle some of that on top. Let's go through what's in this exactly. So Fanesca is made up of 12 grains. When I say grains, I mean like it could be rice, it could be peas, it could be corn, it could be beans. You can see kidney beans here, you can see peas. There's really no standard combination, but it has to be 12. Why 12? Well, it represents Jesus' apostles, his homeboys. Let's see, we got John, Matthew, Little Ray Ray, Rizzo, Annie Fucadora, Little Rev Rev, Master Smash, Judas. I can't remember all of them, but there's 12 of them. One ingredient that they put in pretty much all Fanesca is fig leaf gourd, and I think it helps to make up the broth. It's a type of gourd, obviously, but like similar to a pumpkin, and they actually do put pumpkin in it as well, which I think you take those things, you grind it up, and that's why you get this thick broth. Fig leaf gourd is actually a traditional Lent dish in Costa Rica as well. They make empanadas out of it during that time of year. Now, while there's many adaptations of this dish, the true version has dry salted cod, which was obviously added by the Spanish, probably because they had some on their boat when they brought it over, but it represents Jesus himself. So I'm gonna throw some Jesus in this. Start with a little bit. Oh, yeah. That adds a nice funk to it. And this is like a hearty meal. I mean, it's like, it's kind of heavy, but it's got a lot of pops of flavor. Not a lot of acidic. Sweet when you hit the bananas. I'm gonna add a little bit of ahi to this. Try to get the flavors to pop a little bit. I think the lime and the ahi is gonna help it. It's good, but I feel like it's missing something. Yeah, that brightens it up a bit. A little bit of heat to it even. Let's put the rest of Jesus in there. It's kind of weird that it's salted, dried out cod. It represents Jesus, and at this time of year, Jesus kind of was resurrected. Perhaps he was salted, dried out, and then they pulled him out of the cave and rehydrated him, and then kind of brought him back to life like that. I don't know. These are just theories. And of course the cod works because you're not supposed to eat red meat leading up to Easter during the Holy Week. But originally they thought that this dish probably contained guinea pig, which was a protein of choice for the indigenous before the Spanish came along. The broth has milk in it, which also was brought over by the Spanish, so traditionally it wouldn't have had any milk. I think the rest of the ingredients are probably added as just a way to make it delicious. We got empanadas, we got some grilled up plantain, and then on the side they gave me a little bit of popcorn to add, and another empanada here, which I might just try like this. Oh, sweetness to it. It's good. Toss that in there. Why not? So I also got higos con queso. I didn't order that. I guess it comes in a combo or something. That's typical desserts, cheese, and these stewed plums. Plums? Dates. They say there are over 50 different ways to make this dish in Ecuador. On the coast, they might throw some more seafood in it. In Cotopaxi, they add more gourds. In the Amazon, instead of using cod, they'll use like a river fish, like a catfish. I think I got more requests for me to try this dish than any other in Ecuador. People in Ecuador, I think, are pretty proud of it. You know, it comes once a year, so it's like they get excited for it, I'm sure. Apparently, this dish takes a couple of days to make, which makes it a great family activity during the holiday. You have to soak the cod for a couple of days. You have to peel all the beans individually, get the kids doing that. Then you make a sofrito or a refrito, and you kind of let it stew for like 5 hours. And I love dishes like that. A stew stews everything together, all the ingredients. This stew stews together families over the holidays, and it stews together cultures like the indigenous and the Spanish. To me, no matter what religion, no matter what race you are, having a dish like this that brings a family together, that's the true miracle here. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope if you come to Ecuador and you happen to be here in the 6 weeks or so that they serve Fanesca, definitely try it out. It's good, it's hearty, it's delicious, it's filling. I'll admit it doesn't really look like much.
It looks super delicious.
Sarah said it looked gross. She wasn't down to try it. Her loss. I also wanted to mention that I have big things coming up for the channel. We're headed into the Amazon, like a couple hours by boat, down a river, deep into the jungle. I don't really know what to expect. The first thing on the itinerary says we walk around and find spiders at night in the jungle. So, and I'll see you guys whenever. Happy Lent.
Prefer when I'm by myself. I don't wanna hang around y'all. Pray for good health. One day I'm gonna go ball. Fuck around and buy the whole mall. Breaking that cake. Flexing 700 in the bank. Not a superhero, I don't save. Look at my face. Look at my grades. Don't match up, no love. Fuck a date. I just fade. When I hit the jack, you can keep the pot. Every night I gamble, I stop. Yeah, when I check the cost, I was like,
Oh, that's expensive.
ay, Rolly flex in my ear.